he got strangled by one man as he was saying Gaza is starving. You can hear his throat start to lose air as he's saying Gaza is starving. Another man came through and punched him in the face, and then another man took his eyes with like two thumbs and slammed his head into a wall. So it was very heroic what he did. The police were not particularly concerned with how the Zionists were behaving. They were concerned with the disruption. So they took the protester, not the people assaulting him, and led him to the curb and sat him down next to me and another protester at the event. And we sat on the curb. What we did was not illegal at all. It's freedom of speech. And so the cops really didn't have much to do when they came. They were like, okay, well, don't do that again. Essentially, children are still dying every day in Gaza. And they're not just dying, they're being massacred. They're being killed by bombs, by IDF soldiers. So we went in as a group and to an event he was speaking at called the Jewish Family Services Dinner. Jewish Family Services is a good organization. They provide food for people all over the United States, and they don't discriminate. So it is good. But unfortunately, in the United States, charity galas are often used to whitewash people's images, to elevate them morally. So Van Jones was speaking at the event thinking that this was just going to be an everyday event. He was just going to talk about how it's important to feed families. But he also was talking about his trip to the Middle East. He was talking about Gaza. So it folded in nicely with what we did. So I stood up initially. Immediately when he took the stage, there was probably 500 to 600 people in the room. And he started to speak. And I said, I would like to give a toast to Van Jones, a man who started out as a racial justice advocate and is now a shill for the Israeli government and corporate media. And people immediately met this with a chorus of boos. And I went on to say, making fun of dead Gaza babies, how dare you? And the police came and took me away. What increasingly made them angry was there was a lot of activists in the room that continued to stand up and hold him to account. And just when people thought it was over, it would continue on. And this is called a disruption. This is why this is meant to show people that this reality that they're trying to invent is not true, it's dangerous, and it minimizes Palestinian death and suffering. And I feel like it's effective messaging to show people how Zionists and people who make apologies for the Israeli government behave when they're confronted with Israel's actions.